Today we have Summer and the Skinny. We talked to her a few months ago because a lot of y'all have been following her on Instagram. That's Summer in the Skinny. She posts a lot of videos. She has a lot of meal plans and meals that she prepares. So we received a lot of emails and DMs about her meal plans if she had one. So we reached out to her from Natural Body Now and 247 Lose Weight. So Summer, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, and we want to know about the meal plan too that women can get because they've been asking about this meal plan and workouts and a lot of other stuff.
So, hi everyone. So yeah, everyone is kind of in my inbox and or direct messages and all over the post kind of asking, if there's a meal plan that I follow. So I put something together for you guys. So there are a couple things. I mean, obviously I'm not going to go through it because you guys need to go ahead and click the links that you can get it. But for myself, I need a guide a lot of times because when you need to lose any amount of weight, I feel like you kind of need a guide, and sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you don't know, like one thing, like vodka comes from potatoes. There's like a lot of carbs in vodka. People don't really realize how many calories and that they're consuming just through liquids and things like that. So the meal plan really so what it is we give you like your main meal. So we have 6 meals plus an extra one if you work out. Okay. So what it is, let me see, I'm scrolling down so I keep looking at, but we give you a meal and then we give you 2 alternate meals. Okay. So sometimes it gets boring, to eat the same thing all the time. Let me see. Well, there are 2 alternative meals for meal 1 and meal 2. Okay. And so you can switch it up however you want, whenever you want. But the meal plan, it's designed for you to eat 2 to 3 every hours. Don't skip meals. And then you have to drink a gallon of water a day. All right. So I'm going to break this down really quick. Whenever people say you have to drink a gallon of water a day, people instantly get scared. Okay, they're like, oh my gosh, that's so much water, blah, 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 blah. Like people don't realize, it always feels overwhelming, but it's not, okay? So I don't know if you've ever seen on Instagram, people have they have the gallon, of water, and then they write they put like like every hour I should be here, so by 1 I should be here, but whatever. If that's what you need to do it, okay? If you work in an office and you sit at a desk, perfect, because then you can sit there. You don't have to be worried about sitting in traffic and you have to run to the bathroom, okay? Get your water in, because also when you have water in you, it's like, you're not like starving, so you don't want to snack on a bunch of nonsense. Another thing that we have in here, I talk about protein and how important protein is. I didn't realize how important it was at other times of my weight loss journey, and now I make sure to get it in. Let me see. So let me see. Okay, so also there's a salad dressing that I make all the time. A couple years ago, I did this raw vegan cleanse, and it was super drastic, but I wanted to kind of like push myself and do something different. And it was one of the best things that I ever did because it showed me that I could do anything. And so, because I really can after something like that. But the biggest thing that I got from it was the salad dressing that I make. A lot of times people will send me pictures, they'll tag me in pictures of salads, and it's just like creamy salad dressing. But even like store-bought salad dressing, even if it's not creamy, it still has sugar in it. There's, and I started making my own because for the raw vegan cleanse, I couldn't have any sugar. And so there's sugar literally in everything. So that's one of the things. I give you guys the recipe for that. But yeah, it's just good. Like you have to have a different way of eating. And sometimes it's hard to learn how to eat when you've been eating a certain way, for years. But this is a meal plan that I've used many, many times. There are times when I can get off of it, because I do know how to eat, but there are a lot of times that I get on it. And with it being the first of the month, I am following this like to the T. So I'm going to be doing it right along with you guys.
Okay, so they will be able to click the link in the bottom of the email to purchase the meal plan. Now, it's not a big booklet or anything, because a lot of people said they want something short, sweet, and simple, and easy to follow.
Yeah, so the thing about this meal plan that I love, you can print it out, you can have it in your kitchen, and so if you want to do meal prep, or you can print it out, you can bring it to the grocery store with you. It's super, super simple. I even talk about some of the grocery stores where I get my stuff from, okay? So I also give, sorry, I'm pulling something up. Yeah, so I talk about some of the grocery stores. If you guys follow me, you know that I love Trader Joe's. It's like heaven. But Trader Joe's isn't very expensive. I guess everything is relative. But, you know, I used to think that Trader Joe's was like super expensive. I used to think it was like Whole Foods until I actually started going in and I realized that they have like everything. But yeah, I explained there are certain vitamins that I talk about taking. But yeah, there are some guidelines to the meal plan. Basically, it's like, it's short and sweet, but it's like the key. It's the key that you guys need to get to where you need to be. And it's not bad. Like, it's not a boring meal plan.
I wanted to share the screen real quick. Because people are asking about your Instagram. Did you go over this some?
Yeah, let's look at a couple pictures. Okay, so, sorry, yeah. Go ahead. Well, okay, let's look at the shrimp and the cauliflower rice. Everybody asks about the cauliflower rice. It's just cauliflower that has been like thrown in a food processor. I get mine from Trader Joe's because I'm a little lazy. But when I first started, I just bought a head of cauliflower and threw it in a food processor. So there is nothing to it. They call it cauliflower rice because it just takes the place of rice. And then shrimp. It just made some garlic shrimp because it has a lot of protein and that's what I needed to eat. So what's the next one? And you don't feel guilty, you know? You're not like, oh my God, I just had all these carbs and calories and stuff. So there's another in the middle there. It's egg whites, chicken, and spinach. And someone, a couple people were like, that looks so boring. They're in my inbox like, why are you eating that? And I'm like, first of all, there's so much protein in this, okay? There's so much protein, and it's good. I'm sorry, like, it's good, especially after a workout. I want some protein. I want something good. I get my egg whites in a carton, again, just because it's just like work. I'm a wedding planner full time, so work's been a little crazy lately. And so it's just, you know, they have them everywhere. They have a carton of egg whites. Throw them in the thing. I get my chicken from Trader Joe's and your spinach, and there you go. So, okay, I post a lot of workout pictures. I kind of always, or, you know, like after the workout pictures, and I kind of joke around a lot. You know, I'm like, you know, if there's no proof, like, did it ever happen? You know? So it's interesting, like with this picture here in the pink, you want to do the side-by-side one? Let's go to the side-by-side one. Yeah. So the one in the purple, I'll just quickly tell you, I'm a wedding planner, like I said, and that picture is, I saw it, I was friends with the bride, and after the rehearsal, when I got home, I was scrolling through and I saw that, oh, there's, you know, the bride and she's at rehearsal, and I see this person in the back with a purple jacket on, and I'm like, who is that? And I zoomed in, and I could not believe that it was me. Like, I didn't even recognize myself. I even look like I'm breathing hard in there. You know, like, it was definitely a wake-up call, and I started like right after that, like 2 days after that. And then this picture of me on the right in the pink, it's kind of interesting because sometimes you have to, you know, your mind has to catch up to your weight loss. But, and I just took this one like, what, 2 weeks ago or something. I mean, for myself, I just love these pictures, but they're also just motivational, you know, for other people. It's motivation for myself too. So there are times that I'm just like, you know what? I want some Chick-fil-A. I want some pizza. I want, sugar. Sugar is really my thing more than anything. But when I see these pictures, it kind of helps me, be moderate with what I do, and so in the morning when I'm like, okay, what's on my meal plan? It's a lot easier for me to follow that because I can't wait to get to the side-by-side picture where I'm comparing me in the pink to the new me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the picture of me there, which one are you going to?
Any one you pick.
Well, okay, let's go to the collage of pictures. Yeah. So I put these together because I was out of town for work, and I ended up staying. I was in LA, and I ended up staying in California for about 3 weeks. And I was determined to not gain weight on vacation, and I lost like 13 pounds. It was ridiculous. So, and I was not starving. I was there. I was having a good time. And I just paid attention to what I was eating. And like I said, I worked out a lot. And I was kind of surprised, so I'm from San Diego. And so a lot of my friends are there. And so before I would make a plan to hang out with people, I would go to the gym. So I would go to the gym or I would do a workout, wherever we were going to go. And that's it. So, okay. So we can see a new one. Okay, quickly, sorry. Something else about the pictures of like it's not just for myself to be like, hey, look at how cute I look. It really is like a diary for myself, and I think that a lot of people should do this. Sometimes I do it to keep myself accountable, but it's also to keep other people accountable as well. And that's why I talk about food on here too. I don't have as many meals. Like I don't post every meal. I post more of like after workout shots. Because you can eat anytime. And sometimes, you want to scroll down just a little tiny bit? Yeah, there's like no shame in my game. I don't care what size I am. I'm always going to be in a bathing suit at the gym. I mean, at the beach. I don't care. Let's see. Just another side-by-side. Again, the side-by-sides are not to like shame who I was. It's just to kind of like show where I was and like kind of the progress. There are some people who have asked me about that, they've asked me about, feeling shame, like with the picture on the purple, and I don't feel shame. I loved myself. That's how I got so big. Cause I didn't know how big I was. Cause I was like, thought I was so fly, But anyway, basically, so when you guys have the meal plan, if you guys have questions, feel free to send me DMs about it. Like, feel free to come to me and ask me questions because that's what I'm here for, and that's part of like the service, So that's part of the point of having the meal plan and having. Like, I'm just accessible to you guys. A lot of people talk about motivation and how hard it is to stay motivated. And, a lot of people are like, I wish I could work out with you or, whatever. I mean, it's just me, like I have friends who work out sometimes and I see my trainer sometimes. My trainer is just group classes. And I go when I can, I go when I can afford it. I go when I have the time. I make the time and I make myself, save the money to go. But the whole point is that I'm an accessible person. I've lost a nice amount of weight, and I'm doing it, And so again, if anything seems confusing or, if you say, I don't know, whatever, they're even little containers they're like salad dressing containers that I use. People always ask me about those. Just whatever it is, when you get the meal plan and you have questions with it, ask me. Send me a direct message, and I like I said, I always have my phone unless I'm in a meeting, but I can always answer your questions.
Okay. Well, I thank you, and I know they'll be clicking the link at the bottom.
Yes. Don't forget. Sorry, click the link at the bottom. Yes, I keep forgetting that, but click the link at the bottom so that so we can get started. Sorry, I got you.
All right. I thank you very much, and the audience, I'm sure they're going to enjoy that meal plan so they can be summer in the skinny.
Well, I hope so.
All right.